Welcome back, y'all. It's good to see you again. I know it's been a little bit since my last ministry update. A few things have changed, like I'm embracing the taller curl. This is coming back. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And I did get some new glasses, so I don't know if y'all have seen these glasses yet. They're just blue light. They're not prescription. I hope y'all were able to have a good Thanksgiving, even if you weren't able to go back home. I know personally for me, I was unable to enjoy Thanksgiving with the family in person, but still got to be on a Zoom call, still got to pick up some food and enjoy that. So I'm really grateful for the time with family, and even especially in this time where we're unable to see each other as often, I do treasure that time, and I'm grateful for the ability to do so. So at the end of October, we were finishing up fall retreat, and it was an awesome time of being able to sit with students, sit with the Lord, with our theme being come close in a time of social distancing. One thing that I was really grateful to be able to do was to set up a space for them in the morning to just talk about mindfulness. It was an intro into our retreat of silence where we were asking students to intentionally take time just to be with the Lord without distractions. And oftentimes in the pandemic, we're just kind of moving constantly. We're just doing stuff constantly. And it's hard to stop and just be aware of what our bodies are doing and how we are feeling. And so I just got to walk them through an exercise of mindfulness, being aware of where the stress is being held, where the tension is, and even just internally where there's satisfaction or dissatisfaction. So I'm really grateful for a job that allows me to invest in students spiritually, but also mentally dig deeper into how they're doing, especially as college students are suffering from depression and anxiety at such a high rate. Being able to speak directly in those situations is a real blessing. Since then, November has been focused more on video projects, personal projects, as well as intervarsity related projects. I had some things come out, but also I had a couple of weddings that I was shooting. I've been able to go and do that, see people, and of course with masks. And for those who have been praying for my travel and everything going on, especially in this time, I'm grateful for your prayers. All of my COVID tests have come back negative, all 4 out of 4 of them. Yeah, I think I've taken about 4 tests in the past month or so. And I'm just really grateful for my health and for my safety, been able to take care of myself well, and the Lord has provided his protection for me. So thank you for praying. Also, I've been able to just continue assembling worship videos, and that's something that I enjoy, right? Video production and musical worship. So to be able to do that kind of consistently has been a real joy and pleasure, especially for me to have that worship session just kind of like throughout the entire week and not just on Sundays. So yeah, lots of video stuff, lots of things that I'm doing just sitting at the computer. Where again, it's still hard to not be able to see students as consistently, to not have that built into my schedule or rhythm. Students are actually done at A&M right now. They finished before Thanksgiving, and then they took finals kind of right around after Thanksgiving. And so students have not come back since Thanksgiving. And while it's nicer to have open streets and less crowded grocery store, I do miss those opportunities that I could have had to be with students, to be with them, to send them off well. I know there's a couple that are graduating in December, and students that have been with me for a while. And the feeling's kind of similar, especially from back in the spring where I couldn't say like a real goodbye to people. I still mourn that loss of not being able to send them off as I would have hoped. For those who have been continuing to pray with me, especially on Mondays, if you have been fasting and praying with me, I'm just so grateful. Those times have been so rich for me as I continue to try to step into the Lord's presence daily and just converse with him, even if it's dialogue. And so if you'd still like to join me in that, every Monday I'm fasting for a meal and praying, not just for a direction and a thing, but something I'm wanting to do is be more conscious of the promises. A friend had reminded me that it's not so much about, Jesus, where am I going? Just tell me where and I'll go there. But it's a promise that the Lord has, that he will never forsake us, he will never leave us, and where he goes, that's where I want to go. So in January, I'll be ramping up discernment, talking to a number of people about potential situations and what that could look like, what my future job situation looks like. So thank you for those who have been praying, and if you can continue praying for me, I would love to hear from y'all. If there's anything that you hear from the Lord, that would be a huge blessing for me. Honestly, it wouldn't be weird at all. As we end the year, I wanted to just give a brief financial update. I have been in a better funding situation now this year than I have ever been, and that's really all thanks to those who have believed in the ministry, believed in my work that's happening here, but also just believe that the Lord is doing something special within Asian American students on this campus at A&M. Thank you to those alumni, to those day one partners who have been with me since I started this journey. Y'all's prayers and contributions and gifts make this ministry possible. The students who came and graduated were able to have a staff because of your generosity. Those who are coming in now are able to have a staff because of your continued support of the ministry. And so just wanted to say thank y'all so much. To end this year of 2020, I do have a fundraising goal of about $4,000 to make sure that I don't end with a deficit. So if you are passionate about college students, if you love, investing in the spiritual well-being of those who will become world changers after they graduate, I really just, whatever the Lord is asking, I just want to invite you to be a part of something that is not just impacting my ability to live here, but it impacts like the workplaces that these students are heading to. It impacts the communities that they'll be a part of, the churches that they'll be going home to. Would love to have a conversation with you, or if you just already know you want to give towards the ministry and give towards that $4,000, I'll be posting a link in the bottom of this email, but also at the bottom of this video link. But also, as you continue supporting, I want to support you as the best way I can too. So if there are ways that I can be praying for you, to be walking with you and talking with you through all the things that are happening, please don't hesitate to reach out. I would love to hear from you, would love to talk and see how you're doing, especially in the midst of a pandemic. If there's any way that I could be of help, but also, even if it's just to like catch up and talk, I would love that. I love y'all. I really do. And so I'm here in College Station just kind of chilling. So if you guys want to get on a video call, I will be here. That's it for this update. Again, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you have a Merry Christmas. And if your birthday has fallen in the past month or so, or between now and the next ministry update, happy birthday. I'm so excited for you. You've grown so much. You're going to grow so much more in the future. But until then, I'll see y'all. Thanks.